Years since President Trump appeared for an interview on 60.
I do want to remind you guys that 60 Minutes is a formative reason for why CBS News was sold to the Ellisons, and that Barry Weiss has complete editorial control over 60 Minutes now. And even then, it's not going to be as oppositional for that reason. And I'll point out some of these moments where there is like journalistic malpractice here.
We can make it much less expensive for people and give them much better health care.
But where is
and
that
I'd
plan?
be willing to
But
work
where's
with the
that plan?
Democrats on it. The problem is they want to give money to prisoners, to drug dealers, to all these millions of people that were allowed to come in with an open border from Biden, and nobody can do that. Not one Republican would ever do that.
My understanding is if those healthcare subsidies are not extended, premiums will double for many of the people that are on it. And I was looking into it. 3/4 of these people will.
Okay, this is good. Holding Trump's feet to the fire like this is pretty crazy. I'm gonna be honest. It's somewhat unexpected.
So far, the shutdown hasn't spooked the stock market, which hit record highs this past week.
Perfect timing for your show. Just hit an all-time high. We're doing really well.
Can I ask you, Mr. President, on that point, though, when the stock market is doing well, that doesn't affect everybody. Not everybody's invested in the stock.
The Cub version removed a lot of his outbursts and crybaby moments. Really? He's been endlessly crying like a baby. How much more could he be crying? This is like the most the man has ever crowed on 60 Minutes. He's just been ranting and having a very bad time.
Oh, yes, it does.
But there have been grocery prices
no,
are up.
401ks. People have 401ks. Their 401ks are double what they were a year ago.
But for people that don't have 401ks or are not invested in the stock market,
but
they've seen their grocery prices go up, inflation.
No.
By the way, that is the method. Oh, well, 401ks are doing well. Oh, okay. A meager increase in the 401ks of people, which is, again, already a smaller percentage of the working class than in general. But that doesn't mean that people are doing well. Financially, they're not. They're not better off. Groceries, the greatest word of the English language. No one's ever thought of the word grocery before until me. I brought the grocery word back.
You campaigned on immigration. You largely won the election on a promise to close the border, and you succeeded on that. Illegal crossings at the southern border are at a 55-year low. More recently, Americans have been watching videos of ICE tackling a young mother, tear gas being used in a Chicago residential neighborhood, and the smashing of car windows. Have some of these raids gone too far?
No, I think they haven't gone far enough because we've been...
Absolute sociopath, dude. Absolute sociopath. It is such an insane thing to say. Not far enough. Do you want him to just like shoot people on the streets? What? That's the only thing that they haven't done. Well, they have done that, actually. Never mind. They have shot and killed people. They've gotten into deadly car accidents. They've shot and killed people. What are we doing? More of this, please. More of this. This will be the best solution. I cannot believe it, dude.
And the policy has to be, you came into the country illegally, you're going to go out. However, you've also seen, you're going to go out, we're going to work with you, and you're going to come back into our country legally.
When will you declare mission?
It's insane. Yeah. I mean, he's just saying it. It's like, while he brought up on the campaign trail that these are all like rugged criminals, they're rapists, monsters, decapitators. Obviously, the people that actually do the crimes, they used to get prosecuted under the Biden administration as well. The notion that like the Biden admin wasn't prosecuting criminals is ridiculous, right? If they were undocumented. And that is the reason why he has opened up the floodgates of mass deportation, because that was the ultimate goal. It was not for some real crime prevention reason. It was because they want to make America and American demographics more racially harmonious, more racially pure. Right? In air quotes, I'm saying that. That is the heart of white nativist immigration policy. If only there was one major party out of the two that consistently actually held Trump's feet to the fire when he was running with this lie, even in an effort to defend themselves and their track record on this, their past performance on this, and maybe even nominally brought up the idea that this is a nation of immigrants. Americans are, immigrants are our neighbors.
You know, the crime numbers are way down, even though we have a lot more people in our country that really shouldn't be here, and many of them are stone cold, hard criminals.
Brother, you're doing the crime.
The president has ordered the National Guard to 5 cities. Los Angeles.
He's like, crime numbers are down. Bitch, you're the one doing the crimes. It's the ICE agents that you're defending that are doing the crimes, as the host of 60 Minutes pointed out. I hate this. He ran on crime. He ran on doing the crime.
And here I am because I was able to beat all of the nonsense that was thrown at me. And yet, when you go after a dirty cop like Comey, or a guy like Bolton, who I hear I don't know anything about it. I hear he took records all over the place. Who knows? Letitia James is a terrible, dishonest person, in my opinion.
Did you instruct the Department of Justice to go after
Not
that?
in any way, shape, or form. No, you don't.
I like that his retort is, well, I was innocent and they indicted me. Well, you're also convicted. I don't think those people are going to get convicted, ironically enough, because the cases that you put together are so haphazardly thrown together and so stupid. I'm glad I don't live in that country. Well, the problem is, as I've repeatedly explained, what happens here inevitably comes down your doorstep as well, unfortunately. That's just the nature of American dominance. We do here, that inevitably makes its way to you as well. I mean, look at Venezuela. It's just one example. Unfortunately for the rest of the world, America's insanity cannot be isolated.
So far this year, the president has pardoned or shortened the sentences of more than 1,600 people. The latest pardon was for a cryptocurrency tycoon who is known as CZ. The company CZ,
this part is also insane,
founded Binance, helped boost the profile of the Trump family's crypto firm, World Liberty Financial. He pled guilty in 2023 to violating anti-money laundering laws.
Right.
The government at the time said that CZ had caused significant harm to U.S. national security, essentially by allowing terrorist groups like Hamas to move millions of dollars around. Why did you pardon him?
Okay, are you ready? I don't know who he is. I know he got a 4-month sentence or something like that, and I heard it was a Biden witch hunt.
In 2025, his crypto exchange Binance helped facilitate a $2 billion purchase of World Liberty Financial's stablecoin. And then you pardoned CZ. How do you address the appearance of pay for play?
Well, here's the thing. I know nothing about it because I'm too busy doing the other.
But he got a
only
pardon.
tell you that.
But he got a
no,
pardon.
I can only tell you this.
The auto pen. I love that he's like, get this. You're going to love this one. I don't know this man. It's like, okay, bitch, you pardoned him though. You mean you don't know this man? Wasn't that the whole thing with Joe Biden? He's doing auto pen? I've literally heard this man straight up look to a camera and be like, Biden doesn't know what he's doing. He's pardoning all these criminals. He doesn't know who they are. Only to turn around and be like, but it's okay when I do it. It's actually really good when I do it. This makes me so mad. Like, hypocrisy obviously doesn't work with these guys. They don't give a but it still pisses me off. Seeing it in action is just still very frustrating. I can't be alone in this.
Zoran Mandami, 34-year-old Democratic socialist. He's the
communist, not socialist, communist. He's far worse than a socialist.
Some people have compared him to a left-wing version of you, charismatic, breaking the old rules. What do you think about that?
Well, I think I'm a much better looking person than him, right?
But what if Mandami becomes mayor?
It's going to be hard for me as the president to give a lot of money to New York. Because if you have a
brother, what are we doing? What the hell are we doing, bro? Actually, what are we doing? 40 billion to Argentina, but the finance capital of the country, sorry, can't give you money because you voted wrong. No other administration could get away with this kind of insanity. It makes me so mad. He just doubled down on those statements 30 minutes ago saying he's withholding federal funds if Mamdani wins. No, the he won't, okay? Suck my dick, Trump. This motherfucker straight up trying to engineer the outcome of the election by saying he will illegally withhold funds to New York City and New York State. Understand what's taking place here. Unbelievable, dude. Yeah, someone said this motherfucker threatening sanctions on his own country, the city that he grew up in. Incredible work.
The delivery systems for nuclear weapons, essentially missiles, which we can do that, but what, not with nuclear
Russia's
warheads.
testing and China's testing, but they don't talk about it. You know, we're a open society. We're different. We talk about it. We have to talk about it because otherwise you people are going to report. They don't have reporters that are going to be writing about it. We do.
I swear to God, he's jelly beans, bro. I don't know if there's any veracity to the statement as far as like whether or not Russia and China are actually engaging in like nuclear detonations. I feel like it's probably made up because everything he says is made up. It's not a thing that you can hide because there are seismic patterns that pick up on it, like earthquake detection mechanisms that pick up on that kind of seismic activity. There's also, I think, like global radiation. Like, bro, you couldn't hide that in like the 60s and 70s. The first nuke test that took place had a global impact, right? The famous Kodak films that were destroyed as a consequence of not like the public detonation of the nukes. I'm talking the first test detonation of a nuke had a global impact that was noticeable. We know what that looks like. So I don't know. I don't know if this is real or not. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I mean, I'm not inclined to believe that Donald Trump is saying the truth anyway, because he never does. But especially on this case, I feel like if they were actually detonating nukes, we would know about it, like around the globe, especially considering that we hate China and Russia anyway. And if they were around with nukes, like I feel like our media would, like the State Department has no reason not to leak that to terrify people that our global adversaries are escalating in the nuclear arms race. But maybe there's some information that I'm not privy to. I don't know.
One potential flashpoint with China, probably the potential flashpoint with China in the coming years, is over the issue of Taiwan. The Chinese military is encroaching on Taiwan's sea lanes, its airspace, its cyberspace. I know you have said that Xi Jinping wouldn't dare move militarily on Taiwan while you're in office. But what if he does? Would you order U.S. forces to defend Taiwan?
You'll find out if it happens. And he understands the answer to that.
Why not say
This
it?
never even came up yesterday as a subject. He never brought it up. People were a little surprised at that. He never brought it up because he understands it, and he understands it very well.
Do you mind if I ask, when you say he understands, why not communicate that publicly to the rest of us? What does he understand?
I don't want to give away. I can't give away my...
Oh my God. This is literally like, I guess Donald Trump is a little bit better than Biden on this one by at least doing the classic, like, oh, it's just a secret, I won't tell you. Instead of Biden actually breaking previously held long-standing treaties on this matter. Because the State Department position, as far as I understand it, is that, no, they will not do that. And Donald Trump is not saying that he will. Strategic ambiguity, remember.